And we're back here. It's a Tuesday evening, and you are listening to Soul Perspectives here on CKUT 90.3 FM. My name is Kim Dominique Ferguson. I'm here with Vanesa Montoya, who is dancer, choreographer at Les Grands Ballets Canadiens, the first black woman of color to have been assigned lead dancer at Les Grands Ballets Canadiens, and has been doing a lot during COVID-19. So, the Grands Ballets Canadiens slowly starting to open back up, deciding when and where, trying to hope, beyond hope, that no second wave happens with COVID-19. What is the projected outcome like? What are you hoping to do? You had, I think, we'd spoken about a project that you were working on that you were choreographing from last year.
Yeah.
We're bringing that's going to be back in the program.
I hope so, yes.
Okay.
We don't know exactly, because we're all tied up to whatever happens with this virus.
Yeah.
So nothing is set on stone. We are planning on trying to catch the season where we stopped.
Yeah.
In following spring in 2021.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, everything is gonna have to be like
Everything
one day at a time.
Yeah,
one hour at a time.
Yeah. Because you've been so busy, maybe this is not relevant to you personally, but have you noticed that there has been a toll on either your or other people's health, their mental health, in dealing with like the isolation and stuff like that? How do you
absolutely.
How do you see people affected by that?
I mean, even myself, I've been busy, but also I've been isolated, and I don't know. I have like anxiety a little bit with all these like germs and stuff like that. Like normally before this COVID, I already was this kind of person,
Right.
And very sensitive to those things, and don't like so much, like being surrounded by people like not having proper hygiene.
Oh.
So
I was about to say, which is ironic because like you chose a profession that you're constantly around
in
people.
contact, yes, but
like,
even in my job, I am like super like clean and like constantly, because I'm in close contact with my colleagues, and sometimes we have to dance like duets, like very very close.
Yeah.
I make sure, like I'm always each rehearsal like cleaning up and changing my clothes and like trying to always be clean and proper, and like hygiene is like very high priority
Right.
in my list. And so all these germs and all this stuff like really create a huge I don't know, like worry in my head and discomfort, because I don't like that.
Yeah. So
or,
already
no one
you don't
likes
like
it,
that.
but like it's like I struggle with that. It's a little bit like it gives me anxiety. So leaving this situation, it was quite. I was fearful to leave my house for a long time, because we know we had to stay home, but we could still go out for 5 minutes to take some sun or whatever. I think I spent like indoors like the 2 full months.
Wow.
Because now you cannot, you can like, do groceries and have it delivered and all that stuff. And I just didn't feel like going out at all. Like it was the first time that I had to go out, I was quite in distress.
Right.
And when I started going back at work at the studios, I'm not gonna lie, I was very, very nervous. I was very nervous to take the public transport. I was very nervous to go to a doctor's appointment. So I think if I was having an easy ride, let's say, through the pandemic, being busy, and I still have like this kind of mental distress, and some days I was depressed too, because of all the things that I could see in the news, all the bad news and people suffering so much. I
So,
had very hard days too.
so what did you do to pick yourself up out of that?
Well, I think I just had to, the same advice that you will give someone that is feeling bad. I was trying to give that advice to myself.
Wow.
Just like try to look in the bright side. All that bad stuff is happening, but I have to look at the positive side of it, which is I am lucky enough to be alive. I'm lucky enough to wake up again, to still be healthy, and maybe, I'm in a better position that I could help other people.
Yeah.
That could give me also like maybe inspiration to keep moving forward and to keep, like waking up and fighting and putting like a positive face. And, these things happen in the past and people make it through.
Yeah.
There's people in the world that live horrible situations every day and they wake up and they make it through. So it's just, I don't know, at some point you have to also try to see this larger picture and tough up a little bit, like but it's difficult. I assume that also you don't know what the people are going through in their life and how things can affect them. So I'm not nobody to judge, whether people should feel this way or that way. I think people need to feel however they need to feel. But I was trying to encourage, the people in my community.
Yeah.
I was creating these daily music dance videos because I got into video editing during the pandemic and the lockdown. I had so much free time that I started making these fantastic movies. I was transforming myself into like holograms and
You were transforming yourself into what?
Yeah, like little like cartoons or like I don't know, kind of like holograms.
And the emojis and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, it's I don't know. It's more like it was myself, but in a kind of like cartoon version of it.
Right.
And I could make these dance choreographies in my kitchen. But then I was putting these like backgrounds in like landscapes and like different planets and very fantastic kind of like trips. And I was just like sharing that on Instagram, and I had a lot of people kind of like following every day because everyone was at home. So we kind of had like a daily show,
right.
like exchanging, and like I was like making a kind of collaboration with people that were making music pieces.
Right.
And they were sending that to me, and I was making video clips with that.
Yeah.
Then we were like sharing it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, trying to kind of stay positive and active and inspiring people to, like do workouts or to do like, just something fun every day, and you stay creative and entertain, and also share with people, share with friends. Like just talk to your friends. Like reach out. You have the time now, so. And I think that helped a lot.
That's the best piece of advice. Like, just to reach out. No matter what happens, reach out. And even if you don't get one person, reach out to somebody else, and keep reaching out until you get someone. Because odds are there's someone out there who really cares about you, that wants to know you're doing well, and wants to support whatever you're doing and however you need it.
Well, I was super happy. The good thing about the lockdown was that I had the chance to actually meet different people, different artists in my case, that were super inspiring. And I don't know, if I was just caught up in my work every day and doing what I normally do, I would have missed out on meeting all these people and, realizing so many nice things. And like, I don't know. There's always something positive in every experience, even if it's a negative one.
Silver lining, as they say. Silver lining in the clouds.
Silver lining, that's it. It's like a door closes and a window opens.
Right. Exactly. Well, that essentially brings us to the end of our show. Thank you so much, Vanessa, for calling in and talking with us about your experience and what's been going on with you during COVID. And of course, that like COVID is not limiting you. You are able to practice artistically in spite of everything. When is your next project coming out?
Well, I am actually taking off to Toronto to participate in another festival.
Yeah.
I'm not revealing too much because still didn't come out.
Right,
the new,
right.
But it's a great, great project. I'm super pumped about it. So I will be creating a choreography very soon.
Okay.
In about a week.
where should people find you then, if they want to like be on top of the information?
Mostly on Instagram.
Okay.
You can search Montoya Works.
Okay.
That's a little page I just opened recently because I realized I don't really post too much about my choreographic work.
Right.
And also I have my personal page, Vanity Fair with 2 R's, or just searching my name, Vanesa G-R Montoya. I should come out in the search.
Yeah.
And I always post like this kind of like dance blog, like daily videos of, kind of moments at work and little improvisations of dance and sharing other people's art as well that I find quite interesting and beautiful. Mm-hmm. So if you want to follow there, I'll be there.
Excellent. Thank you once again, Vanessa, for talking to us. It's a pleasure to have you. And make sure that you let us know when your projects begin. That way you can come back on the air and tell us about that.
Perfect. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. Just in case you're tuning in, unfortunately, that is the end of the show. We are Soul Perspectives. My name is Kim Dominique Ferguson, and you've been listening to CKUT 90.3 FM.